Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to congratulate all the Hall of Famers here, first and foremost. I've been coaching for a while, and it's an honor and a privilege to be among Hall of Famers. What you people have accomplished to me is something incredible, and believe me, it's from the bottom of my heart, it's a privilege to be here speaking in front of you. Quay Baskerville.
What about her?
It's my honor tonight to induct a former player of mine who, when we first met, was a young girl from Hartford, Connecticut, who was looking to find her way. Tonight, she's before us, a young woman, a mother, a school counselor, and now a Hall of Famer, who is inspiring kids who are looking to find their way in life. What an athlete does over a 4-year career will ultimately dictate how they are judged. What Quay Baskerville did, well, what she was able to do in a 2-year career at Felician University, to me will go down as one of the best of all-time players in the CACC itself. I would like to start from the end of senior year for Quay. The moment at hand were her finals week. Her vision was walking across that stage with her college degree in hand. And when I saw her that week, I saw a face that was exhausted, but I saw a woman that was glowing like the sun. Quay knew the moment was here, and it was time to attack her finals and prepare for her ultimate goal, graduation. She found her way, straight across the stage to receive that degree. And to me, that moment was much more important than any moment I've had with her in her college career basketball-wise. But let me go back to the start of our relationship because it gets pretty good. Did you ever hear of that expression, don't ever judge a book by its cover? Well, let's just say if it wasn't for Mrs. Baskerville, this book may have never been opened. To say that she didn't smile was an understatement. But Mrs. Baskerville came into the gym, and her smile lit up the gym, that I was overwhelmed that I had to at least bring in her family to the program. Well, as time went on, Quay quickly warmed up to me, warmed up to the program. She got comfortable and started calling me Steve. Well, we straightened that out quickly. With her little smile, her famous grin, finally, Coach Fagan started coming out of her mouth. After a couple of battles, though, I learned that Quay is a special athlete, but to me, much more so a special person. When we spoke about enrolling at Felician, I knew the program has changed from the start. Many players contributed to our success those years, but first and foremost, the most critical was the intensity that she brought to the competition each and every day. Hall of Famers, to me, possess an X factor. They are complete winners. They contribute beyond their role and lift the performance of everyone on their team. Quay stopped by the locker room after we played at Post University 2 years ago. She spoke to the team and lifted them up with her conviction, with her passion, and with her open mind and open heart. And to me, it's something that a student athlete like herself gets about the big picture of life and basketball. I am blessed that I have 2 older children that got a first-hand look at what Quay is about. They saw someone who enjoyed the competition from Jacksonville, Florida, Lewisburg, North Carolina, Virginia State University, and all throughout New England. They saw someone who stepped across that line and left no regrets and no excuses. Someone who was a fierce competitor, but to me, a person of great humility. What they witnessed were some of the best chapters of a true Hall of Famer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor tonight to induct Quay Baskerville into the Felician University Athletics Class of 2018 Hall of Fame.
can I go after that? But I'm very nervous, everyone. So I'm going to go as slow as I can. So just bear with me, all right? Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to be here tonight. Very grateful. Coming from Hartford, not too many young athletes make it out. Black young athletes at least. Thanks again for the beautiful venue, Mark, and the whole Felician department. To be considered. Give me 1 second.
Get it out.
Wait, you got a hook. You think you want to be?
All right, to even be considered for this Hall of Fame award was such a great honor and privilege. So I would like to thank everyone who nominated me and also supported my nomination. I'm extremely grateful for all the few people whose support is the reason I'm standing up here tonight. But first of all, I would like to thank my mom for taking a chance on Coach Fagan. You guys don't understand. JUCO. Most people stay home for JUCO. I was probably the only one from Connecticut. All of the other young ladies were from New York. So I had to learn the train station. I didn't know. I thought Uptown was going to Brooklyn. I didn't know Uptown was going to the Bronx at first. So Coach Fagan told my mom before signing those papers at Globe, signing my first scholarship at Globe, simply listen, if she could make it in New York, she could make it anywhere. So once I found out that Brooklyn met downtown and the Bronx met uptown, I was all around town with that Metro card. So thank you, Mom. Thank you so much for taking that chance on Coach Fagan. You helped. That was a step on changing my life. Another person I would like to thank tonight is Coach Ivan, before thanking Coach Fagan, because Coach Fagan is going to go on and on. But Coach Ivan, thank you so much. Coming back from taking a year off from school and ball, I didn't tell Coach Fagan that, but I had to get a real job, so basketball was completely done after I left JUCO, and I had to wait a year to find where I was going next. Long story short, I remember my first game up at UMass. I was a walking offensive charge. When I said I put my head down and dribble, that's what I did, and I tried to use all my weight to bury through. The next year, I asked this man for help on my game, to craft my game, and all I wanted to learn was that Euro step, more so. He wasn't into teaching just one thing. With him, it was a full court. So I would wake up at 6 a.m., work out with Coach Ive. After that's done, I had an 8 o'clock class. I would go to class. I remember it was like yesterday, 18 credits. So my day was just boom, boom, boom. Practice with Coach Fagan. Coach Fagan pulled me aside one day, and he asked, why didn't you have one of the young ladies help you out? Why didn't you have one of our staff help you out? And I said, are you kidding me? The boys just won a championship. I should be asking Coach Ivan to work me out. At least I thought it in my head. Of course, I never said it. But Coach Ivan, thank you so much. The 18.9, every day I wish it was 20.1. That, my point average. I'm sorry, I'm extremely nervous. So thank you, Coach Ivan, so much. Lastly, Coach Fagan, you changed my life so much. Back in 2006, Coach Fagan, I wasn't even one of Coach Fagan's top recruits. He didn't have a clue who I was. All he knew was Pace University wanted to offer me a full ride after I played with him for a year. After playing with Coach Fagan for a year, his determination, the way practices ran, his encouragement, he made me feel at home. I didn't want to go home on weekends. So long story short, after my first year at Globe, I kindly said to him, listen, I don't want to go to Pace. I said, what do I do? He said, you confront him like an adult. Of course I didn't. I didn't sign that scholarship. I ended up staying. At JUCO, Globe. Long story short, it's funny how the tables turned. That next year, Coach Fagan was saying he was leaving me. I remember crying over and over. And when asked who's taking it hard, I remember one of the coaches, Coach Drews, going into his office and telling him that I was taking it hard, that I was crying the most. And I couldn't believe, like, how could you do this? I just stayed for you. At least that's what I thought. He said, I got you, Clay. No worries, I got you. A year and a half went by. He offered me my scholarship at Felician. He said, kid, you want to play still? I said, sure, I'll play for you any day. Came in, did my thing, and here I am now. So thank you all. Thanks, Coach Fagan. Thank you to my friends. Thank you to my family. And I appreciate this. And thank you. And thank you.